First, let me begin with a disclaimer. You always have to start with a disclaimer. I am not an anti-vaxxer. I believe in vaccines. I believe in the concept of vaccines. I believe in immunology. I believe in vaccinology. I believe in immunization. I believe in the notion of a vaccine. I understand how this works. It has actually helped people depending upon the vaccine. I don't believe in all versions of all vaccines, but the concept surely and certainly takes me out of the realm of being anti-vaxxer. Number two, we were deluged, absolutely cascaded with the biggest meteoric avalanche tsunami of bullshit that anybody could have ever imagined. Who was responsible? We will never know. Was it excitement, fear, panic, reaction to something? I don't know. Was COVID real? Oh, absolutely. Was there a SARS-CoV-2? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did it kill people? Yes. Yes. But come 2024, that's a different story. Watch how many people get boosters, and whenever you hear anything involving boosters and Omicron and Delta and variants, and here it comes, and make sure you get this, and there's a few stragglers. Oh, I see a couple of double maskers, and it infuriates me to a level that I have yet to understand. Why I'm so... But I've got to tell you something, my friends. I've got to tell you something. For something that planned and was promised to be the second coming of the 1918 influenza debacle, I saw nothing. Now, there were people who got sick. I know this. Was it worth shutting down the world? No. Did Big Pharma, did Fauci and CDC and everybody else move in concert with big tech and Silicon Valley and media? Oh, yeah. That was a dry run, Chester. That was a dry run. That was a dress rehearsal for biomedical tyranny, biomedical martial law. They wanted to see how fast can we do this? How fast can we shut things down? How fast can we move trillions of dollars in and out of accounts and Federal Reserve banks? And how can we do this? What businesses can we shutter? How can we change and reconstruct and reconfigure and reorganize and re-manipulate? Not manipulate, but re-manipulate societal structures from school and dating and churches and funerals and hospitalization. How can we get people in? How can we learn new ways to imprison people voluntarily? How can we turn their homes into penal colonies, penal institutions? How can we do it? Very simple. Is it possible to do this? Yes. Will it be effective? Yes. Will it work? Yes. Why? Because people are stupid. People are stupid, and we saw how stupid they were. Now, that's not to say that there wasn't SARS-CoV-2. That is not to say that vaccines don't work. That is not to say anything. It's the perfect balance. It's like Israel and Palestine. There are many, many moving parts to it. There is not one simple way of understanding specifically what it is. But in 2024, watch Bobby Kennedy and watch DeSantis go after it. And for the first time, you're going to hear people who are going to say, if you vote for me, and this ever happens again, I promise you, I'm not going to shut down this country. I'm going to do it methodically. And you know, it's interesting. The guy who damned if he does, damned if he didn't, is Trump. Trump did everything, but Trump, Operation Warp Speed. Some people hate it, other people love it. All I know is I saw the best and the brightest of my country lose its mind, standing behind each other, 6-foot adhesive strips everywhere, sticks up their nose from hazmat-adorned strangers. I saw people lose their minds with all types of, those thumbnails and filters, and I got mine, and stay home and save a life, and God damn it, save a life. God damn it. The birth of the Karen. We saw kids remote schooled, everything collapsed. Restaurants, schools, businesses, and they didn't come back. There were kids who were still AWOL. Kids who never joined the system again. Kids that nobody ever saw. The Biden administration, it was the perfect storm. This cacophony, this symphony, this masterpiece, this melange, this incredible, how do I say this? This incredible admixture, this slumgullion, this gumbo of insanity, synchronized, choreographed, absolutely played out perfectly. And this is going to be the legacy. Watch what happens in 2024. Watch what happens. And let me tell you something. If you think that Americans don't know what happened, if you think that we're stupid and we don't, in retrospect, see what happened regarding COVID, you're out of your mind. Oh, we saw that thing. We saw that. It will take, how I've always been telling you, it will take generations for you to figure out exactly what happened and how we lost our minds with social media. It will take even a shorter amount of time to understand what happened when we let fear and ignorance and government make us lose everything that was a rational part of who we were as to this instance of COVID. We lost our minds. But in 2024, that's going to be front and center, because Americans were not only, many folks, vaccinated from COVID, but I'm telling you right now, vaccinated from bullshit. Comment as you see fit.